3 huge Emmerdale spoilers. Bear Wolf's charge to Cain Dingle's savage attack. Things are heating up in Emmerdale as police want to find out the truth about Ray Walters' death. Emotions are running high in Emmerdale next week, especially for Cain Dingle, played by Jeff Hordley, Moira Barton, Natalie J. Robb, and Bear Wolf, Joshua Richards. Here are the major spoilers for the Yorkshire-based serial drama. Bear confesses to the police that he killed Ray Walters, Joe Absalom, in upcoming scenes. D.S. Walsh questions Bear, but he struggles to recollect details about Ray's passing, but insists he was alone and that it was all an accident. Before long, Marlon Dingle, Mark Charnock, rushes to the police station to comfort Paddy Kirk, Dominic Brunt, who blames himself entirely. However, when D.S. Walsh changes the subject to Moira, she's intrigued to hear Cain pressuring Bear to tell the police he never saw his wife at Celia Daniels, J. Griffith's, farm. Back in his home, Paddy breaks down in tears as he's concerned that Bear and Dylan Penders, Fred Kettle, will both end up behind bars. A supportive Marlon tells the heartbroken vet that Bear's actions might be recognized as self-defense, and he will be released. However, the following day, Paddy keeps butting in to support Bear's contradictory story, which leads to the police wondering if Paddy was involved with the murder. Paddy starts panicking when D.S. Walsh is unable to believe that Bear could have moved Ray's body alone. Later, Paddy begins to spiral when another officer requests that he and Dylan be at the station the following morning for questioning. Bear is soon charged with manslaughter, and his solicitor tries to resurrect Paddy by reminding him that his father acted in self-defense. However, a fragile Bear is determined to plead guilty and do the honorable thing. 2. Cain reaches breaking point. Cain is informed that Bear has confessed to killing Ray, which could help prove Moira's innocence. Just as he's about to tell Moira about his cancer diagnosis, an unexpected fight between prisoners throws them off topic. Instead, Cain then tells Moira about Bear's confession, desperately hoping it will lead to her release. However, the following day, she's left furious to hear Cain has been putting pressure on Bear, and she starts noticing how stressed the mechanic is. She wants Cain to open up, but he's resolute in keeping his secret. Things only get worse for Cain when he attacks Joe Tate, Ned Porteous, when he finds him sitting on his sofa, and he's told to stop fighting everyone and speak to Moira. Will he finally open up? After a blazing row, Arthur Thomas, Alfie Clark, quits his job and leaves Laura Thomas, Charlotte Bellamy, feeling guilty about all the upheaval in her son's life. Soon, she sees him looking for his passport and declares he is moving down under. Wondering how he'll be able to fund the huge move, she intercepts an envelope and finds an astonishing amount of cash within it. Laurel is left raging when Arthur admits the money was in Ray's bag along with drugs. The pair clash, and he threatens to tell people that Laurel hit him, which causes her to completely break down in tears. Later on, he apologizes for holding her to ransom and begs her to let him use the money for his Australian trip. Once Arthur leaves the house, she finds the envelope and puts it in her bag for safekeeping. However, when she hears Marlon Dingle, Mark Charnock, and Rona Goskirk, Zoe Henry, discussing their mounting debt, she hatches a plan.